Beelzebub. Not a horror movie name, not a metaphor, the second most powerful demon ever recorded. And he looks like a fly. Before Christianity rewrote him, Beelzebub was a god, Bael Zebul, lord of the high place. His enemies changed one word. Zebul, high place, became Zebub, flies. They turned a god into something you swat. He didn't fight it, because Beelzebub understood something that took humanity thousands of years to learn. Flies don't ask permission. They land on your food, your children, your open wounds. They were inside your house before you knew the window was open. That's not weakness. That's the most efficient form of corruption ever designed. You don't fear what you ignore, and the thing you ignore is already laying eggs. Beelzebub doesn't need to look dangerous, he needs to be already there. Asmodeus, demon of lust. That's what they call him, that's not what he is. Asmodeus is the demon of what desire does to your judgment. There's a difference. In the book of Tobit, he killed 7 men, same woman, 7 wedding nights, 7 corpses. Not out of hatred, out of obsession. His form tells you everything. Bull head, ram head, human face, rooster feet, serpent tail. Bull, rage that won't stop. Ram, force that doesn't ask why. Rooster, vanity that can't see itself. Serpent, you already know how this ends. Asmodeus doesn't tempt you with pleasure, he tempts you with the version of yourself that stops thinking. Kings lost thrones, generals lost wars, ordinary men lost everything. Not because they were weak, because they were certain they were in control. That's his only move, and it never stops working. Naberius. You recognize the form. 3-headed dog. Ancient. Massive. You've seen this before. You haven't. Cerberus guards the dead. Naberius does something far more dangerous. He teaches rhetoric, logic, the art of sciences. A demon with 19 legions under his command, and he spends his time making humans eloquent. He restores lost dignities, returns titles, gives back what was taken from you. The most useful demon on this list. That's the problem. Because Naberius doesn't give you the ability to speak well. He gives you the ability to make anything sound reasonable. Any argument, any justification, any version of events where you're not the villain. 3 heads. 1 to construct the argument. 1 to find the weakness in every counter. 1 to smile while it's happening. Leviathan, the sea serpent. Every culture that ever lived near water invented him. Different names, same shape, same fear. That's not coincidence. In the Bible, God doesn't defeat Leviathan. Read it again. God describes him in the book of Job, 41 verses. And the conclusion is, you can't. You can't hook him. You can't bind him. You can't make him speak or kneel or acknowledge you exist. God didn't create Leviathan. He predates creation. He's the chaos that was already there when order arrived and had to be contained, not destroyed. Contained, because destroyed wasn't an option. The serpent form matters. No legs, no arms, no expression you can read, just movement. Endless, patient, in every direction at once. Leviathan isn't the enemy of what you believe in. He's what existed before belief was necessary. And he's still there, below everything, waiting for order to slip. Flauros. You don't know this name. That's intentional. In the Ars Goetia, Flauros appears as a leopard, not a lion, not a wolf, a leopard. The distinction matters. Lions hunt in groups, wolves hunt in packs. The leopard hunts alone, kills clean, and drags the body somewhere nothing else can reach it. Flauros commands 36 legions, but what made him useful to demonologists, the ones who actually knew what they were doing, was this. Flauros destroys other demons. Call him correctly, trap him inside a triangle, and he burns your enemies, including the ones from hell. A demon, used as a weapon, against demons. But here's what the texts mention quietly. Inside the triangle, he tells the truth. Outside it, he lies. Every answer he ever gave, every warning, every name. Only reliable under restraint. The most dangerous informant is the one who tells the truth exclusively when he has no choice. Bael, first king of hell, commands 66 legions, the most powerful demon in the Ars Goetia, and he appears as a toad, sometimes a cat, sometimes a man, sometimes all three at once. 3 heads, 1 body, no explanation. Toad, cold-blooded, patient to the point of being geological. Cat, indifferent, watching you the way things watch you when they've already decided. Man, familiar, which is the worst one, because you know how to read a monster. You don't know how to read a face that looks like yours. His power isn't destruction, it's invisibility. The first king of hell, and what he offers is the ability to disappear. Think about that. The most powerful entity in the entire hierarchy doesn't offer strength, he offers the ability to be unseen. Because Bael already knows what every king eventually learns. The ones who look like kings are always the first to fall. Marchosias, wolf body, griffin wings, serpent tail, breathes fire, commands 30 legions. And according to every text that documents him, he's honest, doesn't deceive summoners, gives true answers, follows through. In a list of demons, that's remarkable enough. But here's the part the Goetia mentions quietly, almost as a footnote. Marchosias was an angel, order of angels, before the fall. And he believes, genuinely believes, that he's going back. 1,200 years, he said. After 1,200 years, he expects to return to the 7th throne. He's still counting. The wolf form is loyalty. The griffin wings are what he was. The serpent tail is what happened. He carries all 3, simultaneously, without contradiction. Most demons rejected heaven. Marchosias is still writing the appeal, still serving, still honest, still certain that this is temporary. The most unsettling thing in hell isn't the ones who embraced what they became, it's the ones still waiting to leave. Azazel. Every demon on this list made a choice. Rebellion, corruption, obsession, patience. Every single one arrived in hell through a decision. Azazel didn't. In the book of Leviticus, on the Day of Atonement, 2 goats were chosen. One was sacrificed. The other, the priest placed both hands on its head and transferred every sin, every failure, everything the community had done and couldn't face, all of it pressed into the animal. Then they sent it into the desert, to Azazel, not a place, a demon, the one designated to receive what humanity refused to carry. The goat form isn't random. The goat was chosen for its innocence. You need something clean to load with everything dirty. 8 demons, 8 forms, every single one defined by what they chose. Azazel is defined by what you gave him. The most demonic figure in this entire list doesn't have a single sin of his own.